Backs off. Tries again. In this time. And away they go in the Grade 1 Eddie Reed. Slim Shady is ridden along for the lead from the outside. Fedbiz very quick along the rail. Fly Lexis Fly goes up between those two. The pace very good for this distance. In behind that, Cogito. Down along the inside is Baraccio. There's only 4 lengths covering all those runners. Then 3.5 back to Midi and So Fast. Vagabond Shoes on the outside and Jeranimo's last, a good 12 off the leaders. Into the turn they go, and Fedbiz along the inside and Slim Shady. They keeping the pressure on one another. They go at fast pace. They've opened up almost 5. Fly Lexis Fly is back in the 3rd spot. Cogito on the far side in 4th. At the rail, Baracci's travelling well enough, 6 off the leaders. Then a big gap of 4.5 lengths back to Midi. Vagabond Shoes on the far side. Jeranimo is at the back with So Fast. Still strung out over a lot of ground. They head to the half-mile pole. Fedbiz on the inside and Slim Shady. They stride for stride. They clear by almost 4. Fly Lexis Fly is in 3rd. Cogito on the far side. Baracci down at the rail. Now 6 off that leader. 4 back to Vagabond Shoes. Geronimo still a good 11 off them. Then Midi and So Fast. They come into the top of the lane now in the Eddie Reed. Along the inside, it's Fedbiz. Slim Shady right there. Now here comes Fly Lexis Fly. And Fly Lexis Fly coming to look for the lead on the outside. Baracci now comes out too, and Baracci comes to chase them home. Vagabond Shoes and Jeranimo joins the fray late, suddenly wide open. Here's Jeranimo down the centre of the track, getting a perfect hand ride. So Fast has come out of nowhere too, but Jeranimo absolutely perfectly ridden by Rafael Bejarano, and Jeranimo wins the Eddie Reed. Vagabond Shoes was 2nd. Fly Lexis Fly holds on to 3rd.
They were absolutely flying early on here as Fedbiz and Slim Shady dueled each other into submission. Then it was just a question of who would have the best trip and the best finishing kick, and that clearly belonged to Jeranimo. And look at the final time, Simon, 1 1/8 and 1:45.4. Set up by that 6-furlong split of 109.3.
Yeah, and of course that stakes record 144 and 79/100. That was very, very quick time there. But I tell you what, they laid it down early with Slim Shady and Fedbiz going at it. Jeranimo gets the perfect setup for Rafael Bejarano. He takes his 2nd Eddie Reed, having won this race back in 2008 with Monsanti. And we talked about the class relief for Jeranimo. He certainly got it here today. It made a big difference. I tell you, the 2nd saddler ran a huge race, the 10 Vagabond Shoes.
Yeah, big numbers in behind. Jeranimo was your 5-2 favorite to win here, but look at Fly Lexis Fly take a surprising lead at the top of the stretch. He will eventually finish 3rd, but the 10 Vagabond Shoes runs on 5-2, over 23-1, over 37-1, and then Fedbiz is the only one who hangs around after that doodle with Slim Shady, finishes 4th at 9-2. Again, 4, 10, 6, 3, and the Eddie Reed and the betting public had a little bit better than we did. This was the morning line favorite that they backed from the opening of the wagering, and they were right, going off at 5-2 here as your favorite.
Yeah, certainly. The setup was perfect. I mean, those two, both horses, Fedbiz and Slim Shady, were intent on getting the lead. Still unofficial. There are the numbers posted, 4-10, 6-3. Fly Lexis Fly woke up a little bit today. 2nd start off the layoff for trainer Peter Miller.
And then what about the European debut of the 2 So Fast?
Never involved.
Yeah, and it seemed like this would have been a perfect setup. Fast early on, cover far back, but just never impacted. Right?
Yeah, he was dead last early, and I thought, at about the half-mile pole, he should be starting to make a move into those front runners, and he was almost eased up out of it. He just didn't show up today, shipping in from Paris. Maybe didn't handle the trip, so look for him down the line.
Look at Jeranimo. He looks like he wants to do more, and at the age of 7, trainer Michael Pender has talked about just what barn favorite Jeranimo is. I mean, that would almost go without saying for a horse who's earned $1.2 million in his career before today's win, but it's more than that. This is a horse that Michael Pender really feels carries his barn, and Jeranimo comes through today for Wright or LaPenta. BJ Wright has been such a long-time owner in California. One of his best horses in Jeranimo. 780 the return here as it goes official. And as we said, with all the long shots in behind, vertically speaking, some big payoffs here, both in the trifecta and the superfecta.
They certainly are. Well done to the connections you mentioned. 7-year-old horse by Congaree out of the Jet Blama Jera takes the majority of this $300,000 purse, about $180,000 to be exact, and those exactas $138.80. So very, very good prices in behind.
We're talking about owner BJ Wright. He obviously is down in the winner's circle with trainer Michael Pender. And Jeranimo is a horse I'll never forget. Mr. Wright, after last year at Betfair Hollywood Park when this horse won the Grade 1 Shoemaker Mile, they informed him it was winning you're in for the Breeders' Cup Mile, and it was news to him after the race, and they all celebrated like they just won.
Yeah, because we're going to the Breeders' Cup.
And
which he ran exceptionally well. I mean, look, now you look back, a 6th place finish behind Wise Dan, Animal Kingdom, and Obviously.
But Jeranimo today gets another Grade 1 win on his already sparkling resume. What a performance here. And Rafael Bejarano has definitely asserted himself as the jockey to beat in the standings here at Del Mar. For those of you who are joining us on various networks around the country, we are leaving you in about 30 seconds. We thank you for joining us here on America's Horse Racing Network, TVG, and we hope you'll continue to do so for the rest of the summer. TVG is the only network on site all summer long at the Del Mar Thoroughbred Club, and you get to see performances like this. Jeranimo taking the Grade 1 Eddie Reed.